Hey guys, I'm Matt Lighty, and this is my the tree I'm starting with, Atlas Passive Tree for 3.19 Lake of Calandra. So, pretty much fell in love with the grand design trees in general. I love having super high pack size. So this is a basic tree. This is like pre most of the bossing shit. So it's 118 and 132, so it's before like any of the big bossing stuff happens. That is actually not supposed to be there. So 115. And yeah, so what it is it's a grand design tree. So basically what that means is the your maps have increased pack size. Small nodes do nothing. For each notable, I have increased pack size. Everything's shut off except for Heist for me. And I'm focusing on Heist, Essence, Ambush, and Harbinger, and Domination. So it's generic stuff. Of course, also have all the map nodes and the little one Keurig node there. And yeah, so all it basically is I have a tree that lets me set up my Atlas, get a bunch of generic loot, generic crafting materials through Ambush, through Essence, juicing the maps through Onslaughts. Not to mention there's already like 40% pack size guarantee. But, you know, Harbinger gives me a ton of horizons for setting my Atlas easier. Bunch of pack size from killing that sort of stuff. And all these mechanics also leech off of pack size. So the pack size increases the amount of mobs that come from the Domination, and the amount of mobs that come from the Harbinger. So it's a pretty, it feeds into itself. Because we're also pushing maps so heavily, I try to pick up intelligence gathering as early as I can, because the wording is very forgiving for progressing through your Atlas, right? All those white maps, yellow maps, maybe you're farming lower tier before you get to reds, etc. Well, it says completing your maps grant 10 intelligence for random safe house per map. Not like, you know, an amount of red maps or yellow, whatever. It's just any map. So basically, as you progress through your Atlas, and as you set up for the first week or two, depending on how fast you play, this will basically give you multiple safe houses, multiple masterminds, get all the betrayal stuff you need, possibly get you something juicy like a Paradoxica, or maybe, you know, whatever, like some Katarina loot. So pretty thick there. I love having that on. Another alternative you could toss on that some people like to do, I'm not a huge fan of it, but it is like not terrible, putting up Sulfidic Infusion and just then doing Delve for free. Basically, you could do that as well. Similar thing if you're gonna do that, having mining byproducts on for free Azerite and free Sulfite while progressing, but not a crazy thing. I tend to turn on Ruckus and Exiled Will as well. And so this is Valley of Darkness, and this is being removed from the game. This is the positioning is actually being changed. Stream of Consciousness is going to go there. So this is a Stream of Consciousness tree, meaning I can't use fragments, which means I also can't use Divine Vessels for getting my Pantheons, but it increases the base rate of all the generic stuff from happening. Generic stuff being Master Missions, Onslaught, Essence, Harbinger, you know, with all the things we just talked about. And yeah, this is a great tree. I really enjoy this tree for setting up my Atlas. And because you're picking up Grand Design, whenever you get extra stuff, pretty much any 2-point notable is considered high value because it's basically getting you 1% pack size, right? So picking up contested development, even though I might not be using it, it's still 2 points for 1% pack size. Same thing for Abyssal Army or any 2-point node here packed with energy. All those 2-point nodes, they all count for basically additional pack size. So that's why I funnel my extra points in. But we don't really need those in the beginning. I tend to just get the more bare bones and just the most important stuff. Basically having all my maps done prior to having any sort of invitation specifics or, you know, all the favorites on the side before I have that sort of stuff. This tends to get the most of good things down. Now, what I prioritize overall is I prioritize doing Essence first, and I prioritize doing the map nodes. So shaping the mountains, shaping the skies, shaping the seas, and shaping the valleys. And this is actually even better for Fortune Favors the Brave. This league we have a very good Fortune Favors the Brave setup, so I like having that on. This actually subverts any sort of blocking you have going on, and it tends to just make it work no matter what, so that's pretty cool. But I focus on, yeah, Essence and getting all my block nodes on. Essence, and then I of course want to make my way over to Grand Design itself because I want to get the most value out of this possible. So yeah, I have another video previously on a Grand Design tree, but I really like this one for just like generic good shit. It tends to feel really good. So this tree specifically is at 34% pack size. And again, every little 2 node you put on, so you can see here, boom, there's 35% pack size, you know, there's another 2 point there, there's 36. So think about when you're doing a map, like you have Fortune Favors the Brave on with Shaping the Valleys, that's 10% pack size. 34 from this. You have easily 20 from the map itself. It's not crazy to get a map to have 60, 70, 80% pack size if you're corrupting lower tier maps, which is like insane experience, which turns into insane loot, because you have to understand that pack size basically equates to quantity, which in a way equates to rarity, because you're getting more things that drop, so more chances those things drop of a higher rarity, and ipso facto you just get more goodies. So I would recommend a tree like this or something of this ilk if you're setting up your shit, and I think it's a great generic tree if you don't want to worry about having to toggle things on, juice your maps. You literally just walk in the map, kill stuff, click the things, walk out. And it feels really good because, you know, you have your tamper proof, which means all your strongbox are rare and corrupted. You don't have to worry about craft them. You just click them, walk away. As long as you have freeze immunity, you shouldn't have to worry too much, right? If you're a little scared in the beginning and you're playing hardcore, I would probably take off Exiled Will and Ruckus. You can leave on Ruckus, but Exiled Will making them ghosted can be a little bit much early on. But that being said, this right here is a lot of loot. Having those ghosted exiles doesn't happen too often. 1 in every 12 maps with the 8% chance, but when it does happen, feels fantastic. So would recommend. But yeah, that wraps it up. This tree will be in the description below. This is my starter tree for 3.19. And I imagine it'll be subsequent trees near in the future. Don't forget, if this doesn't update or I don't update this, Valley of Darkness is Stream of Consciousness. They have removed Valley and put Stream here. That is why we were going to that side. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. And I'm Matt Lighty, and good luck in your 3.19 Lake of Calandra launch weekend and setting up your Atlas with your Atlas passive tree. Bye-bye.